Hello everyone, I am Deepak. Today I want to share an exciting update related to Flutter. And if you are a Vibe coder, you definitely need to know this. Recently, the Flutter team officially launched the Dart and Flutter MCP server. But before we go ahead, let's quickly understand what MCP means. So, in short, it's an open standard that allows AI application to connect with your external system. What does that mean? Let me show you a small graphics which represent this. So this is a graphic from Byte I've taken from the website. So you can see, we have MCP host, which is our IDE where I'm going to show our demo. So our IDE will connect to MCP server, and further MCP server will connect to various application, and it is a open protocol where it allows to communicate between any kind of application with the AI agent. So it stands for Model Context Protocol. So the term protocol is a set of rules, right? So this is all about MCP in short. If you want to read more, you can go ahead and understand about this MCP too. But in short, this is what MCP is. So, or in simpler way, we can also say that it can give AI much more power and context, so it can work smarter with your code. So, right. So let's go ahead with our main agenda, that is Flutter MCP, or we say Dart and Flutter MCP. So if you see, I'm taking you with the official documentation. In here, I'm showing you an official documentation where this whole thing is written. If you see, this is not completely stable, but still you can use it. And the prerequisite for using it is the Dart 3.9 version. If you have 3.9 or later version, you can use it. And if you go and read about it, what Flutter MCP helps you while coding, uh, it can analyze the code, it can remove symbols and many other things. It can also search the pub.dev to add any kind of packages. It can manage dependency. It can run tests. There's a many other things are there which you can read. But I'll show you a brief demo how it can help you, because the reason why this is a kind of game changer is because whenever I have been vibe coding for pretty much time, so there I usually find one problem, which is uh, like the UI overflow, or sometimes the agent or AI generate codes, but it generates with some of the error. So to reduce those things, this tool will be very helpful, right? So this is a brief introduction. Now, what I'll do, I'll quickly take you to the cursor where I show the demo. But before showing the demo, you need to go through a small setup. Here itself, you can see in the setup, what do we have? You need to run this command dart mcp server, dart space mcp hyphen server, and then as per you, whatever ID you are using, there's whole bunch of configurations are given. So I'm using currently cursor, so I will quickly go ahead and find cursor. If you see, this is cursor part, so I need to copy this one. I copied it. If you can see, after copying it, I'll open cursor. So in cursor, you need to go to cursor menu, and there in the settings, you will find the option for cursor settings. So you simply need to go to the file. Sorry, extremely sorry. You need to go to the cursor, and there inside the settings, you will find the cursor settings. So which you can see here. And then we have a, if you can see, we have a tool and MCP option here. I simply click here and you have this, you can see this option, add MCP button is there, custom MCP. I can simply click on here. I'll remove everything and simply paste whatever I get it from the official documentation. If I'll go back on this part, cursor settings, now if you see this under the tools and MCP section, these 17 tools are added and this green dot indicates it's live. So in the documentation you might have seen there was a command which according to the documentation you need to run, but without running also it's working for me. Or if it doesn't work for you, you can just simply run that command here and see if something, if it start working. So this is our configuration part. We're done with the configuration. Now I'll go ahead and write a command here just to see how it's working. But before writing the command, I just want to tell you one thing. While trying this thing, while experimenting with this thing, I found out that by default, AI agents are not calling this MCP tools. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to write a command where I'll explicitly tell the AI agent that it needs to use the Dart MCP. So what I need to write, I'll write take help or Dart MCP and fix all the issues. I can see in my project there's a few issues are there. So I'm just writing take help of Dart MCP and fix all the issues. Let me run it and see what's going to happen. So now it's running. Okay. So we can see agents are in action. I'll run. And now okay, fixing issue with Dart MCP tool. So you can see it's using Dart MCP tool. So I feel like you won't be able to see the exact use cases, all the output. But under the hood, it's using MCP tool, which is helping AI agents to make their task easy and also solve this problem. So yeah, it's running, and as you can see, it's still running and it's going to fix it. I don't know how to compare it uh, with the other way, but yeah, I feel like it's working better because I've used it multiple times. After adding a MCP tool, I found the result more better than the earlier. So I don't have exact metrics, but it works. It worked for me, right? And as you can see, this is done. And the in the documentation itself, if you can see, we have option for adding this MCP tool inside many of the IDE. There's so many IDEs are there, so there's a specific configuration are there. I also talk about anti-gravity, the new IDE by Google, which you can check out my other videos. You can also integrate this MCP tool inside that anti-gravity and use it. So yeah, thank you very much everyone. Thanks.